Well, the messaging app Telegram has questioned the grounds for the detention of its CEO. Pavel Durov was taken into custody in Paris, at the airport over the weekend. Our tech reporter Annabelle Drillis joins us now. So, what exactly has happened? Because there's obviously some rules in terms of how long he can be detained for. That can be rolled over. Have we heard about what the underlying sort of allegations might be?
Yeah, well, you actually have seen that detention already rolled over, which means that he could be facing court on Monday. But just backtracking a little bit and talking about what happened over the weekend. So Pavel Durov, he's someone who established Telegram back in 2013 with his brother. He's Russian by birth, but we don't actually know if he's given up that citizenship. It does play into the story a little bit later on. But essentially, he was detained at Le Bourget over the weekend, which is an airport on the outskirts of Paris. All of this was first reported by the AFP, but they're saying that there was suspicion that he failed to take steps to prevent criminal use of Telegram. Now, Telegram as a messaging app, many people would be familiar with it, but it has been often linked to extremist activity online. It's seen as being quite light touch on content moderation as well. And that's a way that this really misinformation, for instance, can kind of spread like wildfire on it. And so authorities are becoming much more aware of this now. And we saw, for instance, the UK, for instance, talking about it and its role and its prominence in those anti-immigrant riots back in August, earlier this month. Now, the French authorities apparently are as well taking notice here, because the AFP says that OVMIN, which is an agency set up to combat violence against minors, they're the ones that are said to have established this arrest warrant for Durov.
What have we heard from Telegram?
Yeah, they actually put out a response in the last couple of hours, and kind of, as you might expect, they're saying that essentially that they abide by all of the laws in the EU, that they do actually have high content moderation standards that are improving as well. They do make note of that in their statement. They are saying that the CEO has nothing to hide, that he travels across Europe frequently, and that they're also, you can see this response here, but they're also awaiting a prompt resolution of the situation. Toncoin, which is actually a cryptocurrency linked to Telegram, did slide pretty significantly off the back of this, down more than 20%. So there is a clear market reaction and nervousness around this as well.
So this has caught global attention. Authorities are now involved. So what's next here?
Well, as Heidi was saying there before, that we did see that arrest warrant extended, and so it does mean that Durov could face the courts on Monday. We are as well hearing from the Russian embassy in Paris, and that's what I was saying before. Durov is Russian by birth, rather. He does have citizenship in France and the UAE now. It's unclear whether he's renounced his Russian citizenship, but we are still hearing from Russian officials, and they're saying that they do want an explanation for the reasons, and also demanded that they ensure the protection of his rights and provide consular access. So certainly very much a moving story, but it does seem that we'll hear a lot more perhaps later Monday if Durov does appear before the courts.